Let me tell you a story. One day, my family and I were sitting around the fire in the Armatin season. Then we hear the noise of our neighbor shouting, "Somebody helps me." By the way, this is the end of my story. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. My name is Geneva Jara, and I proudly come from Mali, presenting on, presenting on natural disaster. Topic: to define natural disaster, some types of natural disaster. What can cause natural disaster? We will fight together natural disaster. Then finally, we'll go home together. Yes. Sometimes, sometimes I feel very sad when I hear that people are losing their life, their property because of natural disaster. And I ask myself, what is the problem? I could not find the solution. And today, I wake up with the solution to control natural disaster. Okay, thank you, thank you. So, natural disaster. Natural disaster is a severe destruction of infrastructure and property that can lead to the demolition of life and property. We have some types of natural disaster. First of all, we have tropical storm. Tropical storm is one of the causes of natural disaster. It happens when there is a heavy storm that can destroy people's houses and property. Secondly, we have flooding. The most occurrence of natural disaster is flooding. It happens when the rain communicates to people's houses and rooms. Secondly, we have wildfire. When there is a fire breakout, there is the danger that can lead to the burning of houses and other property. So now, what can cause natural disaster? We have climate change. Climate change is one of the causes of natural disaster. It happens when the climate change, it can change the weather. For example, long dry season and short raining season. Secondly, we have deforestation. The act of cutting down the tree can prevent the rain and can also contribute to natural disaster. And thirdly, we have global warming. Global warming is also one of the causes of natural disaster. It happens when there is the overflow of the sea or a heavy storm. It can contribute to natural disasters. So now we are going to have some effect of natural disaster. First of all, we have loss of life. When there is a natural disaster like drought or flooding, it can transfer people into the sea or can kill many people. Secondly, we have food insecurity. The common result of flooding is to wash away crops and animals that can lead to shortage of food or poisonous food. The most difficult is economic loss. Job is very important, but when there is a danger like wildfire, it can destroy the industry and the company can decide to reduce employees. And the most painful is infrastructure loss. When there is a natural disaster like drought, It can destroy houses and many infrastructure like houses, school, roads, hospital, and so on. So now, how to control natural disasters? We have flood barriers. It means that we should try to create a space that the water and the rainfall can pass through into the sea. Secondly, we have raising awareness. It means that we should try to communicate with people to advise them to not construct their houses anywhere and anyhow. And the last one is reforestation. When we cut down the tree, we must replant other trees so that it can be a solution for us against some of the disasters. To cut up, if we don't control natural disaster today, tomorrow the effect of natural disaster will not affect only Geneva. It will affect everybody in 25 years coming. Thank you.
Oh, God, are you sleeping? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, wonderful.
Lady, I bow down before you. You did it to tell us more concerning about Africa, especially I received in Alajo. What should we, the students and people around Alajo, should do to reduce national disaster as far as we are concerned?
Thank you for your question. Natural disaster is a severe distraction, especially in Alago. In my opinion, I can say especially the big gutter. Normally, they must build a heavy wall so that it can be a solution for them against flooding.
Okay, thanks so much. I'll tell the government on your behalf. Okay, so let's move on. Second question. We are taking the second question. Any question? Okay, she says everything. Okay, no problem. So without wasting time, we move on to the last part. If you have any message, any advice, now is the time to share.
Thank you, sir. I don't have too much to say, so thank you everybody and especially my classmates. Thank you for your support. May God bless you.